Morning everyone. I recently purchased a Watersnake 24-pound 12-volt electric motor for my kayak. My kayak is a more budget type model, so should only require the 24-pound motor. I'll run through the installation of the motor and also a test run, hopefully showing it's all I need to push me around the water.
I very quickly realised that there was no way I was going to be able to reach here through that hatch. There was just no way. So I've ordered another hatch similar to the one I have in the front of my kayak. It's got the storage bag inside, so you can store stuff in there. And while I'm putting that in here, I'll be able to reach the sides where I'm going to mount it. I'm fairly sure I'm going to mount it on this side, so I can steer it with the left hand, hold my fishing rod with the right hand. So I've put the seat on so I don't put it in the way of the backrest. Hatch has arrived with a storage bag, so I'll be marking the circle and cut this in, so that will give me access to bolt the motor to the kayak, plus give me added storage. So yeah, I'll cut one in there and then I'll be able to get to the inside of the kayak to bolt the motor on. So I put the seat on and hooked it all up so as to make sure I'm not in the way of the straps. I'm thinking that spot there will be fine. It's reasonably flat. A bit of silicone will help that out. And I've got enough overhang so the motor will bolt there, and it should be about here. And I have the handle about there, so it should be perfect. Well, the base is screwed on nicely and firmly now. So this part here changes the angle. So I've put a mark on where I think it fits perfectly and holds this bar nice and horizontal. So the bolt and the Allen key that's supplied, I'll screw that in. It seems pretty firm. That's good. When I use the electric motor, I'll be using the extendable handle, so that'll hang out here so I can turn the motor. So if you do want to use the extendable handle, it does have the short one that comes out from here like that. So you can use that one or the long one. Now if you want to use the long one, this collar has to be attached to the shaft here, so that means undoing these screws and pulling the head of the motor off, which I'll show you. And when you do, you have to mark your wires so you can remember where they go exactly. So we'll do that now. I've just undone the top bolt. Now I need to undo the 4 screws that go into the head, so I can take the top cap off. Get all 4 screws. So all the wires that go down into the shaft here have to be unhooked. So there is 3 of them. So I'm going to grab my phone and take a photo of the wires. I should only have to pull the blue one off. And the black one. That was easier said than done. And I need to remove the red one. Now I want the collar to go on that way, so we'll put those wires through the collar. Onto the shaft, and hopefully we can get all this back in the way it's supposed to go. We'll put the 3 wires back through. And we'll put that back on there, and I might just put that screw back through. Put the little nut on. So the head won't fall off while I'm fixing these wires back. And that needs to go in there's a small slot there that both wires sit in, and that goes across there. Far better. Okay, now it's just a matter of connecting up the wires again. Double check. So the blue one went on top, the black one went on the bottom of that switch. Okay, slide the rubber back on. Now the red one. The red one needs to go in behind there. Okay, blue, black on the bottom, beautiful, and red back where it came from. Okay, get all the wires in the right spot, and it closes very nicely. So that's probably only taken 5 minutes to do that part. It's a little bit fiddly, but there. And then I can attach the handle. I'll probably have it on a bit of an angle. Tighten that up. When I'm driving along, I can turn the motor nicely. So now I just need to fix the rod that it hangs off. that side. There's also one on the other side. Oh, looking good. Might just adjust that handle. Okay, so we just adjust that up so it's more vertical. And we're going to do those up tight. Oh, and I've got another couple of bolts to put through there too. That'll help with that. Oh well, I think that's the motor fitted. Works quite nicely. I've got the kayak level. Well, a little bit leaning over. Should be a good thing. Seems quite firm. It all set up properly. Heading out for its maiden voyage up here at Welly Dam. Yeah, so hopefully it'll work all right. Oh yeah, this is a go. How easy is this? So I've just got it on the light setting at the moment. We're hooking along all right. I don't think I'd need the fast setting unless I was going against the current. It seems to be turning nicely. Oh, this is so much easier than paddling. Kick back, have a nice coldie. Too easy really. Thought I'd give it a go on the second setting, the fast setting. We're hooking along. Into the wind. I like it. How good's this? Nice and quiet. Ease of use is very good. I don't know whether you can see me turning it in relation to the bank. It's nice and responsive. Well, if I'm qualified to give a recommendation at this early point, first go, I like it. Well worth the money. I sort of bought it so I could use it to get where I wanted to go, and then just drift in the kayak, so I didn't have to paddle against the wind or against the current. And then I can just tie up if I want to, and yeah, just go back with the wind or go back with the current. Very good. So we just need to catch a fish now. Cool, how easy is that?